Hey guys, pretty exciting. This is the first in a series of steps that we're going to take to make the first of a number of shapes that could be the object you choose to 3D print. So we're going to start a keychain project here. We're going to do one of a number of keychain shapes today, and this series of videos should lead you through that process. Don't want to hold you up anymore. Let's get right to it. We're going to start by going to SketchUp. So we're going to click on the waffle and scroll all the way to the bottom where we'll find that SketchUp for Schools tool. My logo is acting funny right now, so yours might be also, but SketchUp for Schools, it still says right there, and if we click on that, eventually we get to here, which is good. Once we're here, we got to take a pretty important step, and that is we need to click on the Create New button. But from that Create New menu, it's really important that we select the bottom option, which is Simple Template Millimeters. All of the 3D printers that we have in school work best in millimeters. So we want to make sure we're speaking the same language as our 3D printers. We do that by making sure we select millimeters. So I'm going to click on Simple Template Millimeters, and that's going to open up a new file. Right away with that new file, I'm going to get started with the most important step that we're going to take, which is that first one, getting that rectangular shape right. So I'm going to go over here to my rectangle tool. I'm going to select that rectangle tool. I'm going to go to the origin. I'm going to click and release, and whether you're using a touchpad or a mouse, it's the same. Click and release, and then I'm going to drag to the right. You can see that rectangle is there. If you look in the bottom right corner, right under my pretty picture, you see the dimensions, right? And as I move that mouse, you see those dimensions change. And here's what we can do with that. We can actually tell the program what dimensions to make our object, which is what we want to do right now. So the shape that we're going to make should be 85 millimeters by 30 millimeters. So I'm going to type in 85, comma, 30, and you can see those numbers go in right under that picture. Now, if I move my mouse, you'll see those numbers go away. So it's really important when I type those numbers, right after I type them, double check, make sure they're right, and then hit the enter button. So 85, comma, 30. When I've got that typed in, I'm going to hit enter. You'll see it looks like that rectangle disappeared. But if I look carefully, I got like a smudge down there in the corner, and that is my rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the zoom tool. If I have a mouse, it's easier to just scroll forward on your mouse wheel, right? But if you don't have your mouse, you're using your touchpad, put that mouse right there on that origin, take your two fingers, drag them down on your touchpad, and that'll zoom in. I'm going to stop zooming in right here because an important step as well is deleting my guy. So deleting this character here. We can't print with this guy standing in our 3D print. He's much too big for our 3D printers. But this object is about the size of a keychain, right? So this, we can see that's the right size. So we use this guy to tell scale. We can see from the scale that he's about the right size, the shape's about the right size. So we're going to click on him, hit the backspace button to delete him. Now we're in good shape. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Now, one of the great things about zooming is even if you don't have the zoom tool, you can do that two-finger pull on your keyboard to zoom in. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my orbit tool because I want to actually look down at the top of this rectangle. So I'm going to bring my orbit tool a little bit to the left of the object. I'm going to click there. I'm going to drag down and to the right, and you can see that's squaring up that rectangle. So I'm looking kind of down at it. That's going to be it for this video. We got the rectangle made, we got our view changed, and we got rid of the big guy. Those are three pretty important steps as we work through this process. More to come.